My name is Iuliana and I work at EIT on gender mainstreaming. We have here today with us Mercè Labordena, Chair of the Women at EIT, and Cristina Aleixendri, who is co-founder of Bound for Blue and the winner of the 2020 EIT Woman Awards. We will discuss today about their experience as women innovators. So ladies, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you become women innovators?
So thank you very much, Juliana. In my case, becoming an innovator wasn't so crystal clear. So when I was a child, I wanted to become a doctor. I thought that the only way to generate a positive impact in the world and to save lives was to save lives, right? So I didn't realize until several years later that engineering could also be a good possibility to build a better tomorrow and to solve the world's most pressing challenges. And in that sense, there was a woman, which was also an engineer, who helped me decide to study this career. So later on, while I was studying, it really what inspired me to launch Bound for Blue with my other two co-founders was when I realized that nearly everything that we use in our everyday lives has been shipped on board a vessel, and that no matter how much we need these things, we also need healthy oceans and a clean air to breathe, right? And it's everyone's responsibility to protect them. And I realized how much pollutant the shipping industry released into the environment year by year. So at Bound for Blue, what we do is to bring sailing back to shipping again. And we have developed a rigid wing sail system. And it's like an airplane wing, so you get higher efficiency. And when installed on a vessel, it uses the wind to push the ship forward, and it therefore reduces the fuel consumption and the pollutants released into the environment by an average of 20%. So my ignite to become an innovator was realizing how much the industry is polluting, and that me, myself, together with my two colleagues as aeronautical engineers, because of our background, we were able to give an easy solution to this problem by just applying our knowledge and developing this technology.
Responding to your question, indeed, I am Mercè Labordena, and currently I am the Senior Policy Advisor at Solar Power Europe, which is the European Solar Industry Association. So what we do is to empower these companies that they want to install solar everywhere in Europe and also and beyond. And I am an engineer as a background, also with a specialization in climate policy. But actually, my journey started some years back with EIT Energy. So I actually was part of the first batch many years ago, and I studied with them a master in renewable energy. And it was thanks to them where I started this journey in the clean tech space. So after almost a decade after, I continue working to boost renewable energy technologies and also beyond. And now I'm specializing in solar power only. And what is my link to the EIT? As you mentioned, now I am the president of the board of the women community of the EIT. And I do that together with amazing women, also members of the board, coming from other knowledge and innovation communities like digital, climate, etc.
So you are trained engineers and innovators, but what were the challenges that you faced and how did you overcome those?
So indeed, I'm an engineer as a background, and I joined the Master of in Energy of Renewable Energy. And actually, in my first year, I was the only woman in class, which was awkward to say the least. And well, I was in that situation, and that was in the first year. In the second year, I met other women because in the first year I was in Barcelona, in UPC Barcelona, and the second year in KTH Stockholm, and there I met more women, however, not much more. And then I continue in this engineering space. And what actually I encountered is that there are not many women in these fields. And now that I'm in a position where actually I'm saying shaping the solar sector in Europe, we organize these conferences and events and really try really hard to bring women speakers in the sessions, in the panels, because most of the positions, the higher level positions, executive level positions are filled by men. That would be like the easiest solution to just contact the men in these executive positions, but no. We really need panels. We need visibility to be gender balanced. And for that, it requires an effort. So on the challenges side, I encountered them many years ago. And now I'm in the position where I can do something. So, for instance, when providing visibility for women speakers in the industrial sector and energy sector, we really make the effort to bring gender parity in the sessions.
Cristina?
Well, it's a very good question. For me, obviously, engineering is lacking a lot of female diversity there, right? But specifically in my case, I entered into a sector, which is basically male-dominated industry, and it's a tradition basically that runs long and deep, right? So just so you have an idea, only 2% of over 1.5 million seafarers are women, and only 1 out of 10 ocean entrepreneurs are female. So things are much harder in that sense. But I would like to generalize a little bit more because that's a fact, but I think we've been able to overcome these challenges. And generally speaking, I would like to say that being an entrepreneur and an innovator today is also a challenge by itself, right? And it's even harder when you do it in the most conservative and traditional sectors, which is the shipping industry. So innovating in this sector has been hard for Bound for Blue. And as you can imagine, getting the company to where it is today hasn't been a walk in the park. And the main challenges we have had to overcome was, well, first developing the technology and specifically bringing the prototypes to full-scale commercialization systems. And getting funding is the second challenge we have overcome, and obviously reaching to market. So convincing the ship owners that our technology was going to deliver the right efficiency, and convincing them to pay for it, right? So that's the biggest hurdle we have had to overcome. And I would say that this has been possible thanks to the great team that's behind the project. So building a great team to power this vision.
What can other organizations or organizations similar to the EIT, how can they help women entrepreneurs and leaders and innovators to do their best and to thrive?
I think actually that everything starts in the school. So focus should be given to girls and also to boys in school and also at high school level. Because there is where the kids make the choice for which path to take. And we know that women in STEM, they are a minority. And we need to increase the level, the number of girls that choose to select math, to select engineers, to select other science fields. That's why it's very important to first approach this status, this layer of school and high school. Then also we come to the university level. Also the university level is extremely important to really make sure to attract women. And we need to, for the classes, to be as much gender parity as possible. We cannot have classes of 10 versus 90%. That cannot be. They should always be close to be gender balance. And for that requires a lot of efforts. And then you have like the next phase, and that is for the business creation units, for entrepreneurship. And also there, most of the capital is directed to male-only funded startups, most of them, almost 100% is most of them really. So an extra effort is required also to bring the interest of women into this sector, into the startups. And there are many research that shows that actually the pitch that women does when pitching their projects, they are not understood or taken with the same level of, say, business formality or credibility than the ones provided or done by men. So there's already a bias here, and that bias should be also overcome.
So I think Mercè has explained really well the root of the problem, and I would like to focus on the presence of women in the shipping industry. So as I told you before, like 2% of the seafarers are women, only 1 out of 10 ocean entrepreneurs are female. But I believe that the only way to change it is to change it by example, right? So having women out there that are enrolling in these sectors and that are showing that it is possible for us to give this quota into the sector, right? So the more visible women are, the more we can inspire others to join it. And for me, study shows that diversity matters. And in that sense, because it not only helps us to have better, well-balanced teams, better work places, it's a matter of solving the problems, and to solve the problems we need everyone involved, right? So we're missing a lot of talent out there which is coming from women, and definitely the maritime industry, which is the backbone of the global economy, is missing out on this huge talent pool. So we need to face the next challenges that are waiting, and we need all the women to be involved in it.
Thank you. That's very interesting. I would have a final question based on your experience, on your interesting insights. What would be your advice for the budding women entrepreneurs, leaders, women innovators who are ready to proceed with their startups?
It requires effort and sweat a lot. So they should not give up at all, because they will have the support. Maybe it's not extremely visible, but the support is there. So just dig a little bit, and I'm absolutely certain that they will find very supportive networks of women, that they will do whatever is possible, whatever it's at their hands, to help them achieve what they want. Meaning attracting capital, meaning like do the pitches, meaning getting to know other people in the same network. Everything is possible. Nothing would be easier, but everything would be possible. Just scratching a little bit the surface, they will find amazing women that are willing to support them.
Thank you, Mercè. And you, Cristina?
So I would give them 3 suggestions. The first one is don't do it alone, and surround yourself by a great team. And there's a famous proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. The second one would be believe in yourself, and do not forget what pushed you to start. Because entrepreneurship is not a path strewn with roses, right? Everyone knows that. And there's always obstacles, and having your why really crystal clear will make you not give up. And the last one, but I think it's really important, just celebrate your achievements when they come. I don't know why there are a lot of friends of mine who are entrepreneurs that don't celebrate, and there are a lot of up and downs. And I mean, if there's something good that's going on, then celebrate and enjoy. You must have a good time.
Cristina, Mercè, thank you very much for sharing with us this wonderful experience, insights from your experience. I would like to thank everyone for watching this video, and hope to see you again. Thank you.